Welcome, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. There's a bunch of people on, and out in Kansas City, Shar McCollum. If you don't know Shar, she's legendary, superstar real estate broker. Shar, welcome. I see you on. We're going to go ahead and start. So, again, for those of you who just logged in, my name is Brent Gove, and I will be hosting the EXP webinar today. I, too, like you, got a call from a friend of mine named Sheila Fairshron out of Dallas. She asked me if I'd ever heard of EXP Realty. That was back in the beginning of October. I was happily doing $100 million a year in real estate at Keller Williams, never planning on leaving. I said, no, I never heard of EXP. She said, would you watch a short webinar? I said, yes, and I watched the very webinar you're about to watch. There have obviously been some updates since I watched it, but I'll tell you what, man, it literally changed my life. So I hope it's as profound for you as it was for me. So let's dive into it. I've been doing real estate 21 years, by the way. I run a large team here in Sacramento, California, Northern California. My office looks over the Sierra Nevada. It's a beautiful day up here in Northern California. So let's get started. What is EXP Realty? What is so revolutionary about this company? Why is it sweeping North America and the world? Well, quite simply, it's agent owned. There's 6 ways to acquire stock. It's not all about Dave Liniger, who owns Remax, or Gary Keller, who owns Keller Williams. They're offering each agent a place at the table by offering stock awards, making you a shareholder. And as the company grows and profits financially, you will grow as well. So it's pretty cool. Cloud brokerage. I mean, we are like Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Facebook, Google, YouTube, Kayak, Airbnb, iTunes. You get the idea. In fact, we like to use the analogy of Netflix. They went to Blockbuster and said, hey, you don't need all those buildings, thousands of locations. Blockbuster, of course, said, we don't want to hear that. We're a $6 billion company. There's no close second or third place. We decide what happens in this sector, and no thank you. And they turned Netflix down. They actually tried to sell their idea to Blockbuster. They went and built Netflix out. 5 years later, Netflix bankrupted a $6 billion company. You cannot compete with technology, and we see this again and again. And think of Blockbuster as Remax, Century 21, Better Homes, Coldwell Banker, Antero, Lions, my beloved Keller Williams. They are going the way of goodbye. We see this again and again. I mean, iTunes comes out. Record stores have been around for decades. Gone. There's a few, novelty record stores. It's like, wow, check that out. A record store. It's like, wow. That used to be normal. Okay, like McDonald's is normal. Amazon comes out. Borders goes away. Even the taxi cab drivers are dealing with technology with Uber. Macy's just announced they're closing 250 iconic Macy's and JCPenney's have been around for 40, 50, 60 years, 70 years, citing Amazon. Hotel industry is dealing with this with the Airbnb. They have, I think, 700,000 rooms now, and they don't even own a hotel. Travel agents gone. There were tens of thousands across America gone. Kayak, Travelocity, Expedia did them in. And now here it comes to the real estate business, brick and mortar, all that overhead, and we're cloud-based. So what we do is we provide lead generation, we provide stock to our agents and bring them in as owners, and we share revenue with our agents on an unparalleled level, which is really what got me excited. We have a cloud campus. You can go all over the campus. There's buildings, there's departments. We have IT, we have accounting, we have human resources, we have technology, we have auditoriums, classrooms, meeting rooms. That's a screenshot of a meeting taking place in the EXP cloud. Those are real people all over North America. I've actually hosted a meeting today myself. It's basically real-time interaction with top professionals around the world. You can do business anywhere, anytime at the click of a mouse. We have 70 full-time employees in the cloud right now waiting on our EXP agents and brokers. We kind of got a facelift. Here's a new graphic enhancement. We have a welcome area to show you where to go on campus, what's being taught on campus. If you click that little magnifying glass right there that you can't see, you see this. It tells you what time on campus and what class is being taught and where it's being taught on campus. In fact, today I had a meeting, not even on here, meeting room 6. And I had 25 people attend that. It's pretty cool. Little meeting I threw together. Basically 25 to 35 hours a week. Sometime like in the main auditorium, we'll have 1,000 people show up. 25 to 35 hours a week of sales training, listing presentation, how to build team, business planning, industry innovations, all that good stuff. But because we don't have the overhead of all these buildings, which Keller Williams and Remax, and the local Remax has 48 different offices in Northern California, 48. So that's a lot of overhead. We don't have it. So we put our money into lead gen. We've signed agreements with Conversion and Commissions Inc. And basically these are expensive websites that agents pay $6,000 a year for Conversion and $1,600 a month or $19,000 a year for Commissions Inc. These sites produce leads at a world-class level. They're typically reserved for the top teams in America who sell 103, 600 homes a year. eXp provides the enterprise version for $50 a month. Your choice of either website for $50 a month with our eXp tech package. It's super affordable and it makes a difference. Again, these are websites with IDX and CRMs and pay-per-click built into them. Here's our new Commissions Inc. We're very proud of that. We unrolled that in January. Your choice of either website that will give you buyers and sellers for $50 a month. Chris here was a part-time guy. He did it for 6 years. And then he went full-time with eXp after 6 years, joined eXp, closed 26 sales his first year, hires an assistant and a buyer's agent, second year, $10 million. Agents they're willing to work. What they need is the leads. We provide the leads at eXp. Now we also provide stock. I mean, the company was founded in 2009. It was, I think the first year stock came out at 13 cents a share, humble beginnings. The next year, 20 cents a share. I think 4 or 5 years later, we've been around for about 7+ years. It came out to $1 a share, which may not seem like much, but that's from 20 cents a share to $1. That's a 500% growth in the stock. And then what happened was the company went from $1 to well over $3. The last I looked, well over $3.50 a share. So it's pretty cool. So up well over 300% after growing 500%. Now, basically, in your first sale of the year, you're gifted 75 shares. When someone comes to eXp and they will ask you, how do you like eXp? I love it. And they check it out and they join. Every time they join, you're awarded 250 shares at their first close. There's no limit to the amount of people you can, refer to the company. I did 12 in my first 2 weeks, so I got 3,000 shares of stock, just like that. It's pretty cool. Now, there's a pre-planned reduction in the stock awards. It used to be 1,000 shares when somebody joined. Now it's only 250. So you're thinking, well, wow, that's not such a good deal on the face of it. Yes, but 5 years ago when it was 1,000 shares, the stock was worth 20 cents a share. Today it's over $3 a share. So that's 15 times more valuable. So though you're getting 4 times less stock, it's 15 times more value. It's like $800-900 or something. Now, we have 3-year vesting. You can't cash it for 3 years. It's a gift, an award, and you got to stick around if you want to cash it. It's a beautiful retention program. You can buy it. It's publicly traded. The agent stock purchase program, basically, you can use up to 5%. This is optional, but you can use up to 5% of your commission to purchase stock at a 20% discount on the 30-day rolling average. So what that means is if the stock over the last 30 days was running 320, you get 5% off 320. Okay, I mean 20% off 320. So you're buying it for $2 something a share, and it's well into the threes. So that's pretty cool. We have a capping system at eXp. Once you pay in $16,000, you go to 100%. A friend of mine, it works for Groupie. She did over 40 sales, and she paid them $40,000. That's what they took. There's no cap. So eXp has the cap like Keller Williams. Most Keller Williams, it seems to me, the average is about $27,000 a year. At eXp, it's only $16,000 a year. So you save $11,000 a year. Not bad. And then on the next 20, it's just a flat fee of $250. Usually 8 to 10 sales, you'll cap and go to 100%. Once you're at 100%, they just take out $250. So if your check is $13,800, your net check would be $13,550 instead of $13,800. It's a pretty high net. And if you do that for 20, that's an additional $5,000 plus the 16. That's $21,000 paid in. But on sale number 20, you qualify to get your cap back in the form of stock. You earn $16,000 worth of stock, which you can't cash for 3 years. It's a reason to stick around. Now, I met people who got that a year. I joined back in October, and I flew to Texas and went to EXP's annual convention in San Antonio at the Westin River Rock. And I met people who qualified the year before and got $16,000 worth of stock, but it was $1 a share the year before. So now it's well into the threes. It's 3 times more valuable. Let's see, 3 times 16. That would be like, if I'm doing the math right, $48,000 the stock's now worth. Did it even cost them $5,000 to beat EXP? It's pretty interesting. Well, we're going to conclude today's presentation with profit sharing. This is the best part of the webinar, the absolute best part. And I'm going to compare revenue share to profit sharing. Let's take the most successful residential company in America. They have 160,000 agents. Their name is Keller Williams. They share profits with their agents 7 levels deep. EXP was founded by ex-Keller Williams superstars. We copied their system. I mean, it's working. And we share revenue 7 levels deep. Now, here the good news, profit is what's left over after you subtract expenses from revenue. Revenue is the big number. You subtract expenses, which is the big number, then hopefully you make a profit. And Keller Williams takes, if there is a profit, they cut it in half and give the smaller portion to the agents. That's how it works. With EXP, we share off the top, the revenue, because we don't have to pay for the buildings. We don't have the expenses. Let me explain it to you. If you refer one person to EXP, here's the $16,000 cap. They break it up into bite-sized rewards. They'll take the first $2,800 and give it back to you for referring that agent. If that agent is with EXP next year, you get it again. They're with EXP in 5 or 10 years, you get it again and again and again. It's like selling a house and getting paid every year thereafter for selling that house. It's residual by nature. Now, if you refer 5 people to EXP, they unlock level 2. Not only do you get to 28, you get to 32. If you refer 10 people to EXP, you're growing and expanding EXP. EXP says, thank you. We're going to share 3 levels of profit. You get the 28, the 32, and the 2. All the way down to, they're willing to pay out all 7 levels, the entire $16,000. How can they do that and stay in business? Easy. The average EXP agent prefers somewhere between 5 to 10, which means on balance, levels 4, 5, 6, and 7, these monies stay almost always with EXP. They pay what little expenses they have, and the rest is profit. Is it working? Yeah, the company grew 500%, and in the last year and a half, it's grown over 300%. Well, who owns the stock in EXP? You do. I do. The agents do. So we all benefit from this. So let me give you more of an example of how revenue share works. It's like a 401k for real estate. Let's say the first year you refer 6 agents to EXP and they cap. They pay in their 16. There's that $2,800 per agent you get, or $16,800. That's all you did, and they're there next year. You get it again next year. It's vacation money, right? But let's say the following year, each of these 6 tell just one. They'd have a total of 12 people at EXP. Because these are on your level 2, remember level 2 is 3,200 an agent. Level 3 is 2,000 an agent, all the way down to level 7, which is 4,000 an agent. So you have 6 agents on level 2. If they cap, you get 3,200 agent, or 19,200 plus your 16,800. That's 36,000 a year, or 3,000 a month. Did I eliminate your house payment? With a total of 12 people at EXP in the next couple years. Well, I've never been good at recruiting agents. You're not recruiting agents. They will say, hey, I see you with EXP. What's all that about? They'll ask questions. They'll join. That's all I've done, okay? I was not good at listings. I decided to get good at it because it paid really well. I'm going to give you a 3-year plan. Watch this. Let's say the first year you refer 10 people to EXP. EXP will say, thank you, not with Starbucks gift cards, but with $2,800 a person times 10. Here's $28,000. Put that in savings for your son's college education. Save it, open an account, put EXP savings in 10 years. You'd have $280,000 in there. Not bad. The problem with that is these people will begin to tell people. You can't stop them from telling people. So I'm going to give you a 3-year plan where the 10 agents you tell each tell 10. 10 who tell 10. Maybe year 2, they each average 5. Year 3, they each average 5. After 3 years, they each have 10. 10 who tell 10. In 3 years, you have 100 people on level 2. It's 3,200 an agent on level 2. Remember the chart right there. Level 2, 3,200. Level 3, 2,000. So you get 32 times 100, that's 320 plus your 28. That's 348,000 a year outside of real estate sales. That's kind of significant. Now, In Texas, there were no EXP agents a year and a half ago. Now there's over 1,000. Now there's over 200 in Florida, 400 in California. And by the way, if California were a country, it would be the 8th largest economy in the world. There's 400 in actual, I found out today, 475,000 agents and brokers in California. And there's only 400 EXP agents. We don't even have like 1% of the market. So that's pretty exciting. 3,500 EXP agents nationally. A year and a half ago, we had 400. We've grown 8 times. We didn't double, we didn't triple, we didn't quadruple. We grew 8 times. And if we grow 8 times again in the next year and a half to 3 years, we'll be 28,000, and I believe we will. There's 2 million licensees, and we're just getting started. This company is growing. It's exploding. And look at our chart. I love charts. Founded in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They projected 2016. Well, the year's over. They projected to be at 1,400 agents. That's 1,200. They hit 1,800. They met projections. Then the first quarter of 2017, they hit 3,000. So they wanted to be at 1,400. They hit 3,000 the next quarter. That's double the size of this bar on the graph. So if we added the first quarter bar, it's literally off the chart, off the screen, as they say. So it's an exponential curve. The company's expanding at a rapid rate. We were in 3 states 7 years ago. Now we're in 43 states, U.S. and Canada, D.C., and yes, we're in Alaska and Hawaii. We're going to open up Mexico next year. Australia and New Zealand are next. The Asian markets, we're going to grow into South America, Europe. We're bringing a global company to market. It's not a franchise. You can't buy it. It's $99 one time. You get everything there. Your total overhead as an EXP agent or broker is $50 a month for our tech package. You don't have a choice, and you get your choice of either conversion or commissions in 2 world-class lead generation websites to help you grow your business. I call them Ferrari-type websites. I mean, people line up to pay them big money. You get it for $50 a month. We have a one-time each year university educational fee, $420 taken out of your first transaction, pays for all your cloud classes. I would say another way to word that is you get 25 to 35 classes a week for $420 a year. That's a bargain by anybody's standards. Here's the bottom line. If you're a numbers guy or gal, here they are. 80-20 split to your cap. There is no royalty. I paid royalty for 20 years to Remax and Keller Williams. I am so tired of paying royalty. That's a 6% fee that goes to Prudential or Better Homes or Century 21 or Coldwell, Remax, and Terra. It's a 6% royalty. Everybody charges it. We don't have that because we're not a franchise. There's no need for royalty. The cap is 16, then you go to 100%. By the way, if you have a buyer's agent or 2 or 10 or 20, they just pay half caps of $8,000. If you have a mega team, 50 to 100 agents, there's a different program for you, and we could discuss that. And it's available to everybody if you have a large team. No need to go and do it here, but just know there's actually a better program. Okay, so when you cap, it's $16,000 paid into the company. There's another stock award. You get 250 shares of stock. Per transaction fee, $25. Broker review fee, very fair. We use SkySlope, the most popular system in America to make sure disclosures are in and good. E&O's 40 per sale, and once you pay in 500, you're capped. And that's just in California. Every other state, it's only 30 per sale, but when you get to 500, you're capped. It means you don't pay anymore. Once you're at 100%, then you just drop to a flat fee of $250 per transaction for the next 20. When you complete 20, you get the $16,000 in stock, and they do away with the $250 and just make it $75. Ian Marshall here joined EXP 5 years ago. He'd been independent prior to that for 5 years. He had 17 agents. His first 24 months, he'd go to 100. The following year, 190 agents. 5 years to 17 agents. Within 3 years, 190. That is cool. And then Carrie here, she had 29 agents after her first year. She got here 6 years ago. There were 3 states. Now, the following year, she hit 100. Today, she has 1,000 agents. Pretty cool. There's our logo. There's our luxury living. That's a whole nother webinar. We have an amazing luxury, EXP luxury department. If you're a luxury agent, commercial, we have EXP commercial, works just like residential. 80-20 split, you cap at 16,000. If you're not familiar with commercial, they're usually on a 50-50 split, and they never cap. So here you sell one deal in commercial, you'll cap, you'll be at 100%. Then your next sale, we take out $250, you get the rest. It's crazy. I just signed up Veritas Commercial in Sacramento and all their agents. They love it. We have expcloud.com, which trains our agents and brokers. Check that out. And we're going to conclude today's presentation with a 2-minute presentation of join.exprealty.com. But before we go there, I just want to let you know, I flew last October to the San Antonio Westin Riverwalk. It was beautiful and nice, but it wasn't like this. You guys are spoiled. This year's EXP annual conference is October 9th, 10th, 11th in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to go out on Friday and stay till Friday. I'm bringing my kids, my wife. We're going to make a fun vacation. By the way, Marriott family has a wing here. They consider this to be one of the top 5 Marriotts in the world. Do not miss this. Put this on your calendar now. You can go to expcloud.com/events and register. Get a room. Frank Crandall just got a room today. I want to get a room when we leave. Let's get our rooms. We're super excited about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to conclude the presentation with join.exprealty.com. You come here and then you go to the calculator and hit revenue share. And this is a 2-minute explanation of how revenue sharing works. It's the best part of the presentation. Please put your phone away. Don't text, don't email. If there's 2 minutes for you to pay close attention, this is it. This is what blew me out of my seat 6 months ago and changed my life. So please watch closely. EXP is a national company. We use national numbers. The average agent, we all know, sells 6 homes a year. What you maybe didn't know is the average price of a home coast to coast is now $275,000. And of course, you're probably not surprised by this. Most agents now are getting 2.5% commission. So because we're a national company, I'm going to just run with national numbers. So let's say the first year you refer 5 people to EXP. And I'm going to give you a 5-year plan here. Could you refer 5 people this year to EXP? They now get stock. They get revenue share. They get leads, listings, and buyers, and they get training. Let's say, play along, you did 5. And if you do that each year for 5 years, you would refer 25 people to EXP. I did 12 my first month, and within 2.5, 3 months, I did 25. So it didn't take me 5 years. I'm just hypothetically giving you an example. Say it took you 5 years. Now, these agents will begin to introduce agents to EXP, just like I'm doing, like many people are doing. Let's say they each introduce 1 person a year for 5 years. They introduce 5 agents in 5 years. The people they tell even less, 3 in a 5-year period. The people they tell even less, 2 in a 5-year period. Now, because you referred 25 agents to EXP, it unlocks level 5. 20 unlocks level 5, and 25 unlocks level 6. However, level 7 you do not get paid revenue sharing on because it requires 40 people referred to EXP for them to unlock the 7th and final level. So what this calculator is going to do is going to show you your annual income each year, not one time, but each year outside of real estate sales 5 years from now when you complete the above picture. What was the above picture? You referred 25 agents to EXP who averaged 6 sales a year, not a month, a year, at $275. And I realize if you do 16 sales a year or 36 sales a year and your average price is $4.5, it'll be better than I'm telling you. So we're dialing this way back. You did the lion's share of the work. Nobody did anything quite like you. You're the one who kind of led the charge. And then it compounds and accumulates. And here's your income 5 years from now outside of real estate sales. And I asked people, what do you think it'll be, like $80,000 a year? Some people say, no, maybe $180,000 a year. I had one brave person say $280,000 a year. And here it is. I promise you it's not broken. We've done the math backwards and forwards. This is $2.1 million a year outside of whatever you're doing right now. And I've done this for 21 years. And I don't make $2.1 million outside of sales. This is owning a real estate organization. What do you want to do to make $2.1 million a year? You refer 25 agents who average 6 sales a year. Now, here's the cool part. I've already done it. I'm up at like 43, 44, and then they've been telling people. It's really cool. I'll tell you what happened to me in just a minute, but that's not a bad income. A friend of mine goes, can you make that 15? I go, yeah, why? And he goes, I don't know if I could do 25, but I bet you if I set my mind to it, I could do 15. I go, well, you're going to lose level 6 because 25 pays you for level 6. You lose level 5, that takes 20. But 15 will, if you prefer 15 EXP, they'll pay you these 3 levels. He goes, yeah, what's that on me? This seems more realistic to me. I go, nowhere near this number. And he's like, I knew it was too good to be true. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, I could probably do this. I'm like, well, here it is. It's not terrible. It's $655,000 a year outside of real estate sales. I mean, check this business out. Ask a lot of questions. Either it passed the master test or it doesn't. I showed to another friend of mine. He goes, can you make it 10? I go, sure, but you lose level 4 because it takes 15. You're only going to get paid on 2 little levels. He goes, yeah. He goes, I could do 10, and I can see them telling a few people and averaging 6. And, yeah, that's doable. And so I was nervous. I'd never done so little. I didn't know if it'd be like 20, 30, 40,000 a year. So if you'd like to make $251,000 a year, $250,000 a year, it's like a 401k for real estate. What do you have to do? Refer 10 agents to EXP who average 6 sales a year. Let them tell some of their friends and some of their friends. It compounds out. That's it at $275. And if you do more sales and higher price and you get 3.5 on every listing like I do, or 3, it's all better. I'm just dialing this thing back. For fun, I'm ahead of schedule. I'll do it. What if you actually referred 40? And I never do this. I mean, I flat never do this. I'm ahead of schedule. You refer 40 people. I'm at 45, I think now. I got to count them up. And, well, I will put it back in. You tell who tell 5, and then some of those tell 3 and 5 years, 2 and 5 years. Again, you get paid on levels 5, 6, and now you get paid on level 7. I think I've explained this maybe 3 years ago, but you're going to get paid on all 7 levels. What would you earn 5 years from now if you did this? I've already done it. That's the cool part. So I'll show you. $5.9 million a year. Now you could go, that won't work, and just write this off. That'd be the biggest mistake of your life. Or you could do what I do. I spent 10 days asking questions. I flew to Texas. I saw this, and the next week they're doing their annual convention. I bought 3 tickets, $700 each, $2,100. I flew to San Antonio, and I interrogated EXP brokers, executive agents. I said, how long have you been with EXP? A year. How long have you been with EXP? 7 years. How long have you been with EXP? 4 years. What's your experience? Well, where are you from? Maryland. Where are you from? Missoula, Montana. Where are you from? Seattle. How do you like it? Well, you're from Canada. What's it like in Canada? And we just devoured this. I brought a couple people with me. It is amazing. So, I figured, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. The regional owner of Keller Williams is like, its stock will be worth nothing in 2 or 3 years. I know it. I'm like, well, what proof do you have? He goes, I just know it in my gut. I'm like, Dick, what is my stock worth now at Keller Williams after 7 years? He goes, well, do you have any stock? I go, no, Dick. So I'm already at 0. There's only an upside here. He goes, well, what if this thing doesn't work? I go, then I'll be selling real estate like I'm doing at Keller Williams. Where's the harm in trying? So we'll conclude today with, if you've seen enough, go right now to join.exprealty.com. Maybe this is your second or third time to see it. By the way, you should see this again. See it tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Sheila Fairjohn, who called me, she's going to explain this tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Same slide deck from her perspective. She called me up. I signed up under Sheila. Tomorrow morning at 8, watch it again. And then I do this Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. I'm talking 8 tomorrow morning Pacific and Saturday morning at 8 Pacific. If you want to watch me do it again, watch it with your spouse, a best friend, or just see it again yourself. Whoever sent you the link, ask for the link. If you've seen enough, I want you to go here and then click on Apply as Agent Broker. Take 2 minutes and fill this out. It's an online application. We do not contact your broker, and this will simply trigger an interview with the state broker for EXP. Every state has a broker. You get to talk to them and ask questions about what it's like to do EXP in Arkansas, Arizona, Washington, New York. Put your name, whether you're from U.S. or Canada, licensing information, your experience level, and then hit that you're not a robot and hit submit. You will not transfer your license to EXP, but it's an application and qualification process. We want to know if you've been suspended. Do you have any complaints? If you have, you probably will not be invited to join. You need to be honest here, because we're going to pull your license up at the Bureau of Real Estate. It's public record. So you can add comments here, but you probably will not be invited to join if you have any of that going on. But this will start the ball rolling. Put your sponsor here. That is not me. Do not put me here. That's whoever gave you the link. Put them there. They deserve the credit, not me. I do this every day, Monday through Thursday for 30 minutes at 4 o'clock. And I do it Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. I'll do it this Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific. So I hope this was helpful. Go back to join.exprealty.com, cruise around, learn about the company. There's some great buttons here you can push. In fact, you'll learn here that your stock is actually in eXp World Holdings, not eXp Realty. They own eXp Realty. They're going to open a cloud mortgage, cloud title, cloud moving, cloud pest repair. And as those companies flourish and grow because they don't have the overhead, eXp World Holdings will be flourishing and grow. Who owns that? You do and I do. Our stocks in this, you're going to have a little piece of mortgage and title and moving. The more you learn, the more you'll just be blown away by this company. So our financials are online. Check us out. We're audited by the SEC. Good stuff. I got to run. I'll see you this Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific. If you want to see me do it again, show this to somebody. Watch this again. I highly recommend you see it again. And tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Sheila Fair's-Huron, my sponsor, will explain this. Whoever give you the webinar link, give you one tomorrow morning or for me Saturday. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.